Alrighty, and so hello again everybody. We are continuing on the table series. Yay! Kind of. I have a lot of weird feelings about how this one ends up turning out. I end up struggling a lot more on this one than I expected. And I think I just kind of get unmotivated with it, which, just kind of happens. But what are you going to do? I'm still going to finish it, but I don't think it's as nice as the other ones, maybe. But, you can be a judge of that. But either way, there's still parts that I like about it. So I still wanted to, create and share, whatnot, etc., etc. But a lot of stuff happens. I really end up struggling a lot with the skin on this one. But anyways, so as an introduction, to kind of finish off this little trio kind of thing, I guess, I made 2 of my characters from my other D&D group, and then I figured it would make sense to make the first D&D character that I made. I did this with a Pathfinder group a while back. And their name is stupid, but their name is Ooga Booga. They are a half orc, drag cleric or something. I don't remember all the exact details, but we had a random name generator thing, and I saw one that looked like Ooga Booga, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to just make that their name, and so I did, and here we are. I'll probably put a picture up later of what the original art is supposed to look like. I still think I did a pretty good job considering, but I think as I mentioned, I ended up struggling with their skin a little bit on this one. It's supposed to be kind of like a pale gray purple, but I don't have a good pale gray purple. That's why you see me struggling with the blues and the grays and the purples and the white, because it's supposed to be kind of a mix in between, and it really just didn't end up turning out that way. Some parts it's too dark, some parts it's just gray, some parts it's too blue, some parts it was too purple. It ended up being a whole mess. I do end up touching it up, but they look real scary through most of it, and I recognize that. You do what you do. But yeah, I still like the overall design that I made of the character compared to the other 2, which is Gilda was literally My Little Pony character ripoff, and then Johanna being just an JoJo OC. Ooga Booga is, at least, while heavily inspired by something, is more inspired that rather than just being an insert character, I guess. I don't know. Or a copy, or other interpretation, I guess, if that makes sense. I did base their outfit off of Mercy's breast cancer skin from Overwatch from a while back. There's definitely elements that I kind of used or as inspiration for that, but I still overall made the design and elements were more so from me than just I think a direct replica. Like I said, you can see elements of it in there, but it at least is my own. So I do like that in that aspect, and I think she is a very unique character kind of compared to what I sometimes draw, but she's still a big strong lady or big strong man that looks like lady, but something else that I realized while working on this, and I don't know exactly when it started to happen. I don't know if it happened beforehand. It probably happened while I was working on this, but you might have noticed very slightly, but Johanna started turning blue because her blue ink started to spread. And I was like, dang it, I haven't had a chance to seal them off because I don't actually have any of my, even my old Mod Podge, and I have to order sealant for these. And I knew that Sharpie, it would smear and it would spread or lift, but I thought it took a little bit more time for it to do that, but it did it immediately, which stunk because I didn't even think I was applying that much direct pressure onto the table. But then, I looked down and I saw that she was blue, and I was like, no. It kind of spread some of the blue onto the actual table too, but she's blue now, and I don't know if there's gonna be any way for me to fix that, which stinks. There probably are ways I technically could, but it could potentially mess up everything. I don't know. I'll be honest, I did not decide to deal with that during this time frame. I barely even felt like finishing Ooga Booga, so they both kind of just got really unlucky. But that's why I had to cover it up with the paper, because I got super concerned about doing that more so. Like if a little bit of it spread, I would have been like whatever, but her face is like, I don't even know what color. She's like purple now. So ripperoony. Something else weird that happens, as you know, I tend to run out of storage, which that's whatever. I found ways to deal with that, but this time when while I'm working on it, I kind of like check midway to see if like my camera's run out of storage, because usually it just stops recording and it puts like a little message on my screen like, hey, you're out of space, we're not doing this anymore. This time my camera just froze, and I had gotten so much work, and I should have known, because at some point I was like, man, it's still recording, that's kind of weird, but I couldn't tell that it had frozen because the panel that it froze on, I'm literally recording the same thing over and over and over again. So if I look on my camera, I kind of like go, oh yeah, that looks the same. I managed to notice though, because it was like on a still frame of my hand with the marker in it, and I was like, my hands aren't there. So I don't actually end up recording, I think, everything that I worked on with her. It kind of cuts abruptly. But most of the stuff, again, you kind of miss a little bit of it at the end, but not a whole lot at least, which is good. So yeah, I still wanted to share it though. I still wanted to make a video for this week because this was the only thing I had planned, and I don't have backups because I don't have time for that. And like I said, while I think there's things that I didn't super love, I still, I wanted to put it up because I do like Ooga Booga's design. I like her big fancy earring with a symbol that I don't remember where it came from, but I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it, and it still looks cool. And I like the little corset design that I made for her initially, and the colors that kind of all go together. Her hair probably shouldn't be so purple. It's supposed to be more of like a deep, not an almost black purple, but like a deep purple, maybe kind of indigo. But I still liked it. That's what happens. I want to share my experiences with y'all. She still has her fierce makeup and her big pretty lips and her little teeths. There's still a lot that I think came out okay. There's a couple parts on the face I would have liked to maybe touched up more, but I didn't want to stress out over it more than I already was, because that's just not worth it. It's not worth it. But anyways, it's getting real close to cutting off here. I'll be actually talking over a little bit of like the B-roll stuff. So if you like my art just in general, there is my main Instagram. That's @snon. I'll have more photos of everybody there. You can see more, I guess, good depictions of my art, I suppose. Working on the table is not great. And then there's also my figures. That's @desunasis. It's just anime figures and whatnot that I collect. And then again, there was a kitty in this video too, very short at the beginning, but Erza did pop up. So I have @kittybuds. You can go check out kitty pictures if you just like kitties. Yay! But again, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully, we'll see what happens next week. I don't really know for sure if I'm going to be continuing this because it's been stressful. But either way, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!